Okay, so guys, welcome once more to the channel. It's been long, it's been quite a long time since I did any video, up to like 5 months, and I told you I was going to be dropping this video today about exactly what happened between me and MTN. And this is a very long gist, like it's very long normally. So I'm just going to start from the beginning, and I want to first thank all of you who've been subscribing to the channel even after noticing I have not posted for about 5 months. And those of you who are already my subscribers and you've stayed and waited, I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much. And let's just jump to what I want to say. So discussion time. So I was having a problem with my tooth, so I had to visit Calabar because I don't stay there. I stay at Ugep. Most of you might not know it. So I had to visit Calabar to go for checkup. And when I reached the private hospital that I just searched them through Google, after reaching them, I went there. They did some tests on my tooth, and then they gave me two options: either I do a root canal or I do extraction of my tooth. So I told them, no, me, I like my tooth. I like it the way it is. So they should not do anything extraction. They should just go ahead with the root canal surgery. So they said, okay, no, Allah, give me a day for the appointment. So I went back home, stayed for about, I think, a week before going back to Calabar for the appointment in which they gave me. So when I got to Calabar, they did the surgery, they did everything, all like they were done with the surgery, and then I went back home. They told me to come back after, I think, 2 weeks or so, and that's exactly what I did. So after the 2 weeks, I got there to the hospital, and they told me no, that the day I came is not actually a good day, so I had to go back home, just stay at my brother's place in Calabar. And this is where everything started. This is where the whole problem started. So that night, I was staying at a street called Main Avenue. And I'm sure so many of you that might this thing here on YouTube that stays in Nigeria and you stay in Calabar, possibly you know where Main Avenue is and you know how dangerous that place is. So I had to stay in Main Avenue at my brother's place. He wasn't around, so I just carried this key just in case of something like this comes up. So when I went there now, that night something happened. We were robbed, like four guys. I remember that night after sleeping, I woke up around, I think, 12 to check something on my phone, which was my KDP account, and see how my books are selling. So I opened my KDP account, checked everything. I was having good sales, so I was happy. Only for me to, off my phone back to continue sleeping. And then I closed my eye like this, it'll be like someone just came to my window, pointed touch. I was now wondering, like, who is this person, or why is this person pointing me touch? I can't look. Maybe it's my brother's friend or something. I can't look. Before I want to see, they brought out a knife, tore the net on the net covering the window. You know the way it is, the net covering the window. They tore the net, broke the window, opened it, pushed it, and then pointed the light on my face and was like, hey there, if you don't want to die, if you don't want to, the way the guys used to tell me, follow me. It was like the way they did it, pointed the light and was like, come and open this door, or if you don't open it, we'll kill you. And me, I was now in my heart like, if they tell me, say, if I no open door, you will kill me, why I go come open the door when I know say you kill me? Yeah. Not knowing exactly what was going on. Before I wanted to see, another guy came with a gun, still on that window, and was saying me, open the door or we will break and open. Go break and come inside. We know say you carry things there. And I was before I wanted to see, they've held my padlock, broke it. I don't know what they did. The door was this clip door. They put this thing by the side, broke it. It was a wooden door. They broke it, pushed it out. Thing came out, like the bolt that was holding the door in place puffed out. Boom! And me, the first thing that came to my mind was carry my laptop, carry my phone, and hide. I carried my laptop, my phone first, from where it was, chucked it at the side of my bed. and then carried my laptop, ran to the kitchen. My brother need to cook. So the kitchen was wide, it was empty safe, like very, very empty. So I had to just look for somewhere to chuck it in. Before I could leave the kitchen and come out, they've already broken the door, and the next thing I was turning to receive was a very good slap. Like, person open me slap like for my ear. I know say that day I received better slap. Like, it slapped me, boom, I hit my head to the door. At the door, boom, after I hit my head, I fell on the ground. The guy kicked me again and said, where the phone, where the laptop? One of them, there were like 4 of them. 2 were robbing my neighbor, another 2 were robbing me, and one was holding a gun, and the other one was like holding an axe. So after they hit me like that, one kicked me, asking me where my phone is. The other one say, where's my laptop? Since I hit my head to the kitchen door, the kitchen was wide open, so they could see the laptop. The guy entered inside, carried the laptop. After I carried the laptop, the other one pushed the bed, lifted it up, saw my phone on the floor, carried it, and then they went to my school bag. Like, that school bag was carrying my microphone, because I'm always working on my YouTube thing just in case I want to do a video. So with my microphone, my power bank, my MP, all my as in almost many of my gadgets that were inside there. And everything inside that bag was up to, I think, 200 and something K. So they packed it all, chucked it inside, even carried plus the hoodie, the hoodie that was hanging in the wall, carried it and then left with it. I was like, child, Jesus, these people don't rip me. Only for me to go out like this when they were leaving the room. I stood up to run and go. I still see them, they rob my neighbor. I was not like, I said, this thing maybe only me. So my neighbor, they were like 2 in their own room, and then like him and his roommates. Then those 2 guys came in, robbed them. They took their phone, took some money and other stuff like that. So that was where everything started. So the first thing that was on my mind, firstly, was to make sure my account was secured. I just thank God see the robbers, they've been big momo. I just thank God say they've been big momo, because there was money in my account enough, and I didn't want to lose that money. So the first night I just called somebody that's always having access to my accounts too. I told her, what's up, bro? Call Kuda. Tell them that they've robbed me and that they should block my account. That was the first thing I did. I collected my neighbor's phone, one of his phone like that they did not carry, because he had like 2 phones. So after I did that, she did exactly that, called them and like messaged them on an email, and then they blocked my account. That one was finished. So I was still having like small doubts. I wanted day to break like that. The time they robbed us was around 2 something. So I wanted day to break fast. Immediately day breaked, I had to walk to, like, I was not even having any clothes again. Like, those guys carry my bag, they carry my clothes, they carry everything. I just had to borrow something, put on, then walked to my auntie's place there in Calabar. I was not having any cash. The money were being there inside my bag to the carrier. No way to withdraw because my account is blocked. So I had to trek to my auntie's place. So as I trekked to my auntie's place now, they called, they were like, why now? Why no come stay for house here? Me, I know you like stay for my auntie's place when I travel. Like, that's in the time, honestly. So they they say, okay, now we'll try and track it. I said, there's no wahala. Immediately they break the next day. The first thing I had to go and do was to go and retrieve my, was the one connected to my bank. And then I went to retrieve my MTN. That was where MTN issue started. When I went to MTN's office, I told them I wanted to retrieve my SIM normally, what everybody would do. They took me to the bench, they asked me some questions, told me to fill that form. And while I was doing all that now, the biggest thing now happened, the worst of all now happened. While they were trying to do it, they told me that my SIM was not connected to my NIN. And me, I was now like, my SIM not connected to my NIN, how? Like, because I know exactly what I was doing. I've connected my NIN before. The code, I remember the code, there was a code. I did that code. They told me my this thing was connected successfully. So I was not like, how is my SIM not connected to my NIN? They now said, I'll have to pay so amount. That was 2,000 naira to delink my SIM. I said there's no problem, 2,000 naira, there's no wahala. I went now to delink the SIM. The first thing they told me there was no network. From August, I traveled, I came back home. I went to the MTN office in my own place here. No network. They referred me to Abakaliki. I went to Abakaliki. The same for this MTN. I went to Abakaliki up to 3 times. And transport from here to Abakaliki in my side is 2.5 going and coming. Oh, for 3 times. It was not successful. Now, the reason why I needed that SIM was because that SIM was what was connected to my Gmail address that had connections to my YouTube channel. So if I don't get that SIM, I can't receive the OTP code that they were going to send for me to get back that Gmail so that I can, get back my YouTube channel too. So August, I did all the traveling. I traveled to Abakaliki, Wanogo. I went back to Calabar. Anytime I go back to Calabar, like every month, I used to go to Calabar almost every month. Every month I go back to Calabar. The same thing will happen. I'll go to MTN office, tell them about the issue. They'll tell me to fill a form, only for me to go and sit down and waste my time for them to come and tell me that there is no network. Every single time I go there, no network. August, September, October, November, December, all those times I've been finding a way. Even say the MTN guy in my place was like, he has this guy that delinks this stuff back end, and that I had to pay like 8,500. Was it 8,500? Yes, I think 8,000 or 8,500, any of those amounts. I paid the guy because I knew how relevant that SIM was. That SIM was connected to plenty of my Gmails. So I paid the guy, and it took like 1 week plus like that for this whole thing. Then he came back, he called me and was like, they've delinked it too. And I went there to retrieve it back happily, only for him to tell me that the numbers that were connected were 6. The numbers that were connected were 6. So it's only 5 numbers now that are left. So they have to delink like 1 again for them to be space for me to, link another one. I think that was what he told me. I say, so I have to delink another one. He said yes, that I have to delink another one, or without that, I won't still be able to use that SIM, still be able to use that number. I said, no, Alana, this one where I paid 8,000 for this one, am I going to pay? He said no, he will talk to the guy, and then maybe the guy might do. I waited. That was around, I think, October that happened. I waited and waited. There was nothing good. Nothing good was coming out of it. Like, I just had to give up, forget about this stuff. January reached. I wasn't bothering again. I was just like, I don't lose these Gmails. I don't lose this YouTube channel. Like, the thing was making me angry. I have 2 YouTube channels, but it was really making me angry because I loved this particular channel more than the other one. I had no other option. I was like, I love this channel though. I love it very, very well, more than my other channel, but I had to just give up because there was no other way. I tried and tried. So February ending, I was going to Calabar to do something. I was going to buy a system. And then possibly just see my brother, stay there for some while. So when I reached Calabar, I said, okay, I'll still go and try the same stuff again. I went there, but because of the whole walking about and running from year to year to get this system, something good system, I didn't have chance. So the guy from Ugep now called me and was like, he has a new connect to somebody that is in Lagos that used to do this thing in the back end, and that if I still want that SIM, like, we should try this guy. He now say, but didn't they fear to tell me the thing because the money too big. I told him, I said, how much? I was like, how much is the money? The guy was like, the money is 15,000. I was like, 15,000. It big just for one SIM, just to delink. He said, no. He said the guy on the work that he don't even try and save the person. He know they even take time at all within 24 hours. So I told him, okay, I'm in Calabar now. Let me try in Calabar first before, if it doesn't work out there, I will come back and then I'll meet him. So since I did not have chance now, when I came back to Cape, I stayed like one day. I then called him. I was like, how far you the office? He said yes. I went to his office and I was like, okay, now more do that thing. I tell him, say me the last price, like the guy no fit come out money from that 15,000. He say no, the guy no fit come out money from the 15,000. I was like, oh, there's no wahala now. I sent the 15,000 to him. After I sent the 15,000 to him, I went back to my shop. As I reached my shop now, it was not even up to 40 minutes. Like, it was not up to 40 minutes. The guy called me and was like, it's done. Me now, I was like, how now? How is it done? Like, you don't finish the stuff. He said the guy has delinked it, that the guy is working back in, that they very, very fast. I was happy, oh. I was very, very happy. I told him if he come office, he said no, make I just wait, come the next day. So I went there the next day. He did all the thing, did the SIM swap, did all the stuff, connected my SIM back. That was how I got my SIM back. Oh. As in, I don't know if whether any of you, anybody like right now is going through this kind of thing. Like, I don't know, but MTN don't show me shaggy for this stuff. Like, this MTN network problem is really an issue. The fact that you go to the office, they'll tell you this day, there's no network. Waiting is so bad for me because is there a different network they use? Because of the browse. I don't know if they use different network because of the browse. Then the different network, but every time no network. And I have to pay 15,000. And if I want to calculate how much I've spent on this phone, if care is not taken, like I've spent close to 40 something K. I want to calculate just because of this particular SIM. But there's no issue. Now I got the SIM back. It's working fine, it's working perfectly. So the only way to do this delinking something in a way to me now is maybe if there's money, just carry money, pay, let them do it for you. So that's how I got this channel back. It's not been long, it's not even been up to 2 weeks. I got this email that's having this channel back. So I don't know, I'm sorry that I've been gone for that long, but I've come back strong. I've come back with testimonies, I've come back with so many other things, and I'm ready to share all of that with you. Okay, without any further ado, this is the end of this video, and thank you all for watching. So on Wednesday, I should be dropping the first new video. Wednesday or Sunday next, I should be dropping the first new video to the channel. So take care guys and have a good time.